All right, let's go to Group A. Bayern sitting comfortably at first, 12 points, 4 out of 4 wins. Copenhagen is actually second on 4 points. Galatasaray also on 4 points. And United is on 3 points. What are you guys doing? How did United get here? What is Ten Hag doing? Rashford's purple patch is over. And I got a feel for United fans, even as a neutral. They were back in the UCL, and now they're probably going to be going out. 1 win out of 4 games. 11 goals conceded. 4th place. I can understand a 3rd. Okay, I can see that. 4th though? Do not finish behind Copenhagen, please. Rasmus Højlund is on 5 goals, which is their only good thing out of this. They also have managed to score 3 against Bayern, although that game was a little bit deceiving in terms of result. You can't really say United had a great game. It's more so like Bayern had a terrible game, in my opinion. Now the problem is they have to go away at Galatasaray's ground, which is going to be hell, especially for United, whose away form this season has been terrible. Their players' mentality has to be questioned. Casemiro, Varane, the experienced players are not stepping up anymore. It's all a mess for Ten Hag, even though in the league it's been okay, it's not been too bad. Unfortunately, I do not see United getting a result against Galatasaray. I do not see it. Galatasaray have a chance to go into UCL second. Their fans are already crazy. They're going to be even crazier. I'm sorry, I don't see a win for United. I don't even see a draw here. I think Galatasaray takes this. And United finish 4th in the group. That's insane. But what's more insane is Copenhagen. Now, they're going to get packed up against Bayern. I'm sorry, Copenhagen, but it is what it is. It's Bayern. But I have to be impressed with their form so far. Copenhagen has played good games against every team so far. Now, they have lost a couple, drawn a couple, but so far they've had pretty good games. I've been impressed with them. I cannot say anything else on Bayern, though. Bayern always walk the groups, even though it hurts to say because I'm a Barca fan, but I think this group is between Copenhagen and Galatasaray for second. I'm going to edge it to Galatasaray though. Going on to Group B, Arsenal back into UCL with a bang. 9 points, 3 wins, 1 loss. It's clear to say they're going to be first in this group. PSV, Lens, Sevilla, they're decent teams, but they're not on Arsenal's level right now. Although I have to say I've been impressed with PSV, especially Luc de Got. 7 goals, top UCL goal scorer. Lewandowski can learn something from him, I'm just saying, but always in our heart. So Arsenal do play Lens at home, and I expect that to be a win. Although on the other hand of things, Sevilla hosts PSV. Now we all know how Sevilla rolls, okay? They're not going for 4th or 2nd, they're going for 3rd. They want their Europa League money. They want their Europa League trophy. You know what I'm saying? I expect Sevilla to surprise everyone and get a win here against PSV, just to edge 3rd place. I don't see Lens doing anything, to be honest. And I think this group is pretty much wrapped up. PSV is going to get 2nd. Shout out to my boy Dest at PSV for bowling at the left back spot. What I'm talking about! That's why he's the MVP! That's why he's the... Group C. Real Madrid is leading with 12 points. Napoli on 2nd with 7 points. Braga on 3rd with 3 points. And Union Berlin with only 1 point and 1 draw throughout the whole UCL campaign. This has been a cakewalk for Madrid, I have to say. 4 wins out of 4, 9 goals scored, 3 goals conceded. This was always going to be Madrid and first. There's nothing to say there. Bellingham has shown up against Napoli. I have to give him credit for it. Vinicius has shown up. It's been very easy for Madrid. Napoli, though, I expected a disappointment from Napoli here. My prediction was that Napoli is going to get 3rd and Union Berlin was actually going to get 2nd. But I could not have been more wrong. Union Berlin massively disappointed in my opinion. Now Braga, I can't really blame Braga to be honest. Their ball boy has to climb Mount Everest every time somebody skies a shot. Can't really blame a team like that. They did what they could. But Napoli, losing Kim in center back and their coach Spalletti, I thought they were going to be a disappointment. Massive disappointment this year. They clinched 2nd, but I still have doubts about their form. I think UCL knockouts is where they're going to fail, to be honest. I don't see this team getting anywhere. Real Madrid do host Napoli at the Bernabeu this match day. This is a chance for them to seal first. And again, I do not expect surprise this year. I expect a Real Madrid win. They do have a lot of injuries, to be honest, though. Vinicius off, Camavinga, Tchouaméni are off. Modric had a minor injury according to reports, and Rodrigo was rushed back after Brahim Diaz's diarrhea issues. So there is a chance for Napoli to do something here, but I just do not trust their coach. And I don't know, this team seems a little bit average to me right now. Osimhen and Kavicha are not the same as last year, I'm sorry. I expect Madrid to win 3-1. Moving on to Group D, Real Sociedad and Inter are both on 10 points. Sociedad does edge it though on goal difference. Salzburg is on third with 3 points. It's a major downfall in form for Benfica. After 2 amazing years, they've gone downhill after selling all their players. Gonzalo Ramos, Enzo, Grimaldo. It's very sad what Benfica has come up to. Everyone remembers last year how they played against Juventus and PSG. To see them have not a single point this year is crazy. Inter is showing that their final run last year is not a fluke, but winning 3 games and drawing 1, same as Sociedad. Lautaro and Thuram have a great partnership this time, unlike Lautaro and Lukaku or the old Dzeko, for example. In addition, Inter maintain their form and consistency in defense, which in the UCL is important. We have seen in the past in the UCL how offensive teams often do not reach their full potential, and defensive solidity and pressing is what makes champions. I think Inter are a big underdog this season, and they're going to make it out of this group 100%. Whether they make it first or second, that's a question though. Real Sociedad are flying in this group. Amazing coach, amazing system, technical players, pressing, defending when they have to. Martin Zubimendi is leading everything from CDM position, although I do not rate him as much, to be honest, but he's cooking there. Takeo Kubo, of course, is one of the best players in La Liga this season. They got some good players, and I'm actually happy for them. They're a very positive team. They always attack, they always look for making the game more enjoyable, and they deserve to be first, man. They deserve to go into knockout stages. Then we'll see what happens to them, but do not be surprised if Sociedad knock a giant out. Do not be surprised. We've seen what happened with Villarreal knocking Bayern out in 2021. Do not be surprised if this happens again. My prediction is Sociedad actually edges first place, Inter gets second. Especially because Sociedad hosts Salzburg, which I do not rate right now to be honest, and Benfica hosts Inter away. I predict Sociedad to win against Salzburg and Inter to clutch the win against Benfica. Moving on to Group E, Atletico Madrid is leading on 8 points after their old setback, you could say, against Lazio. They seem to be popping off again, and finally they're about to be in the UCL knockouts again after so many years. Lazio is on 7 points on second. They're not doing too bad. They have a very solid team, but they can also be got. They're not crazy good. I can see Feyenoord surpassing them this match day, to be honest. Feyenoord, which by the way is having their best season in decades, they're only on 6 points in the UCL though, so we'll have to see if they underperform in the UCL. Also Celtic, nothing much to say, 1 point. Nobody really expected anything from Celtic, and I mean, a draw is best as they can get. I expect Atletico to win both the last games remaining, and second place being shared between Lazio and Feyenoord. I'm going to edge it to Feyenoord, simply because of their playstyle right now and their form. I think it's a little bit unfair for Feyenoord to be third right now, so we will see. Lazio do have the advantage of hosting Celtic, while Feyenoord hosts Atletico Madrid, so Feyenoord do have a more difficult game, but we will see what happens. Now, the group we've all been waiting for. The Group F. And what the is Dortmund doing first? What? PSG, what is wrong with you, man? These guys, actual ballers, getting beaten by bigger ballers. I don't know, battle of the ballers. How the hell is Newcastle last? How do you beat PSG 4-1 and then end up last? This group is so random. Just by checking their points though, you can see that it's very close. Dortmund are leading on 7 points, PSG on 6 second, then Milan, the Heritage, is on 5, then Newcastle on 4. So it's very close, anything can happen. There's no way to tell this. My prediction in the beginning of the season was PSG and Milan go through, with Newcastle third, but now I'm not too sure. Milan have been terrible. They've been garbage this season. Only 2 goals scored. That's really bad. They did clutch a win against PSG, which helped them a lot, but it's not enough in my opinion. Dortmund have somehow managed to get first, and I do not see how. I do not understand. But they're first, and be very careful with Dortmund. Do not expect Dortmund to win this. We know what happened last year, and we know Dortmund's history. They're literally the Butler club. I am not putting money on Dortmund. No way am I doing that, especially after last season. If anything, I'll put money on Dortmund getting knocked out, to be honest. PSG, they started so bad, and let's be honest, we all wanted the meme of PSG in the Europa League, Mbappe in the Europa League, but I do not see it anymore. I do not see it. They're at least going to get second, in my opinion. If they don't, then I don't know. It's looking very rough for Mbappe. Nobody to blame this time. No Messi, no Neymar. If he drops in the Europa League, or maybe doesn't even make the Europa League, then who knows, man. His legacy could be affected. Now, Milan do host Dortmund, and you know the San Siro is going to be popping. All the fans are going to be there supporting their team, even though it's absolute garbage right now. And we know Dortmund crush under pressure, so do not be surprised Milan gets a win here. I'm going to bet Milan win here, but very, very close though. It's very close though. I'm going to say 2-1 Milan. Then PSG hosts Newcastle. Now, Newcastle did win 4-1, but was that a flash in the pan? It was at Newcastle's home ground too. I do not see Newcastle doing the double against PSG, especially at the Parc des Princes. I think PSG will win here against Newcastle. I think it'll be 2-0, 3-0 even. I do not see Newcastle doing anything right now. Their strong solidity has been broken, especially losing Tonali. Betting tax, we're not going to talk about it. Yeah, I do not. So my prediction is that we're going to head to Matchday 6 with PSG first, Milan second, Dortmund third, and Newcastle fourth. God knows what happens then. We'll see. Now the group everybody's been waiting for, Group G. We have Man City, Leipzig, and Young Boys. So it's very tough. I don't know who's going to win this. Yeah, it's City. It's City. 12 points, 12 goals scored. Like, come on. Listen, I love Pep, but I don't think he has ever gotten a hard group stage. It's always Leipzig or Shakhtar. I do not understand. Like, it's too easy for them. Leipzig, to be honest, is on 9 points. They're doing their job. I think this group is following the script. City first, Leipzig second, the Young Boys on 1 point. So I don't expect any surprises here. City are hosting Leipzig for next game, so I expect it to be a drop-in. We know Haaland wants to be top scorer at UCL again. Who knows? This might be another 4 or 5 piece. Now, last but not least, actually the most important, okay? Group H. Barcelona. Group H. Now, listen here. I dare them to There's no way, right? How did we... Now, we're both on 9 points. We do lead on goal difference. We are hosting Porto. Albeit it's Montjuic, it's not Camp Nou, but we are hosting Porto. Come on. Xavi, you cannot mess this up. I do not blame Xavi for the first Europa League season. That was half Coman's job. And I do not blame Xavi for the second Europa League season because injuries. Wrong decisions against us. Bad luck. I'll give him a pass, but come on. No. Porto? No, you need to get first here. You need to get first. I'm not even talking about the possibility of being third. Shakhtar is on 6 points. If Shakhtar wins against Antwerp and we lose against Porto is on 12 points and we are fighting for second against Shakhtar. I don't even want to talk about it, but even second, it would be a disgrace in my opinion. Because second, who knows what happens after that? Imagine you get a City, a Bayern. No, you cannot risk that. This is Barcelona's group to lose, and if Xavi gets second, I'm seriously going to question it. I'm sorry. No, your UCL results, they're terrible right now. I'm going to guess the Shakhtar loss was a flash in the pan, okay? But I want us to be back. We have Girona next, Atletico 2 in the league. It's going to be rough. This is when this team needs to show up. This is when the leaders need to show up. Lewandowski, Gundogan. Pedri needs to step it up again from his injury. De Jong is coming back, which is good. I want to say Barcelona win, but the way we were playing for the last month has been disgraceful, to be honest. I'm not sure about the lineup. I think Porto, it's at home, so they're going to be a little defensive. So you can get away with Cancelo and Balde, but you do not want to go super offensive on these guys. Because once they get one goal, they're just going to park the bus, and we know how bad Barcelona is right now. at breaking defenses. I'm gonna guess Shakhtar wins against Antwerp and goes on 9 points. So this is a crucial game, defining who gets first. But yeah, man, that's all for the banter space. I hope you guys enjoyed. Like, comment, and subscribe. Peace.